mental block that is preventing them from seeing things differently. And if they're not going to see things differently, then the future is going to be the predictable past based upon the behavior in the present moment that is rooted in a past belief. So I think here too, 80%, around 80%, 8 out of 10 people do not feel engaged with the work that they're doing.
Hmm.
And that was a study that we had quoted here. And if you're lying about all of these things, you're lying to yourself. And I think if you, once again, how you open up the conversation, I'm not a runner. I don't think, I never thought I could write a book, but now you do. And I think what was the transformation there? Once again, I've been in that seat. I never thought that I would write. It was never even my field of vision. And even after being told by David Baker that you're going to write a book, I kind of brushed it. It took me 8 years, 7 years, 8 years to publish after being told that. That's almost a decade of time.
Right.
But now it was like, did one book. Well, that was a great experience. Well, let's do this again. Did a second book. Oh my gosh, that was a painful experience. But let's do it again.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of taking situations from the past and just looking and reframing here. So if you think about this idea of reframing, and I know that preparing for exponential growth is your favorite section of the book. How have you reframed your thinking through this book writing experience? Because like you said, your operations lead, your backstage, but I value that so much because the front stage can only be as good as the backstage. There's a yin, there's a yang. It complements. How have you continuously reframed your thinking through this experience?
Um, Gosh, I think maybe being a little bit more adaptable in the sense of, we just in the last few years have had lots of conversations about what the vision is moving forward, and where we see DGI in the future, and
Mm,
what value we want to create. And you know, how exactly we were going to tackle that. I wasn't sure, like, what exact role was I going to play. And then it got to the point where it's like, okay, we want to do, we want to launch this podcast. We want to bring video in. We want to, bring interesting and relevant content that's going to be helpful to our listeners. And then I started to realize, I think I might be involved in this more than I thought I was, mainly because I wanted to see it through. And it was like, if I have to be the one that does it, I'll do it. Like, let's go. And so I think just being able to be adaptable, and learn new things and try new things, and rid myself of some of those self-limiting beliefs, because I think I do believe in what we're doing so much that if I have to adjust, what I'm doing in my role to make that happen, then I will.
well, that's where chapter 7, it's about accelerating transformation through agile growth.